Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Wind Waker. In the last episode we worked our way right up to the summit of Dragon Roost and obtained the grappling hook. This episode we'll be trying to find the creature that's doing awful things to the Great Valoo's tail and see if we can stop it somehow. While we're here we can take a nice wee snap of Valoo. Terrible shot I know, but apparently it's still good enough. So this is Valoo. Valoo has lived on Dragon Roost Island and protected the Ritos since long, long ago. He has a habit of speaking only Hylian, which only his ascendant Medley, seen in front of us here, understands. Grab this branch with the grappling hook and swing over here. So, it's a shame we got the grappling hook right at the end of the episode where we didn't quite get a chance to talk about it, because it's really cool. Because basically what you do is you bring it up, and then you find a target, latch onto the target, and swing! Essentially we've done a lot of swinging rope stuff so far, but now we are capable of creating our own ropes, as long as there's a specific grapple point like here. So that's pretty cool. So if we head down here, oh that was an unnecessary attack. Sorry about the cut there, I did something stupid. What we need to do is head through here. I kind of went down to the left there, down those other things, but there's actually something else we can do first, which is much easier to do here. See these jugs that I mentioned critically last episode? If we hop into one, then it warps us right back to the beginning. There are 3 jugs throughout the temple, we've got all 3 of them, and each one links to all the other ones. So that's pretty cool. What we need to do now is if we come along here, check I'm actually going the right way, and head through here. We are doing a bit of backtracking here now, but we've got the grappling hook, so what we can do is I mentioned there's a Lincoln choo-choo, go away. Go away. Oh, I'm completely missing both of them. Are they going to drop anything useful? Oh, they are. They're both going to drop chew jelly. That's pretty useful. But yes, now we can go down to the side here. We can use the grappling hook to cross this little gap, and then smash through there. Oh, that looked so cool! King me! That was awesome. And if we open the chest, there's a wee little secret inside it. You got another treasure chance! So again, I'll put up on the screen here where that is and what it gives you. Because now, as they mentioned when we got it, we can use the grappling hook to dredge up treasure from the seafloor. Yeah, that's its kind of secondary use, because obviously we've got a couple of treasure charts so far and I've not actually talked about how we get them up. But that's how we're doing that. We'll actually be going through it in a few episodes' time. When we... Actually, it might be even in this episode. It depends how far we get. Now, if we hop back through here, or not, I was trying to jump into it, but completely missed. If we hop into the kind of greenish one, it takes us to the blue one, which was the one that had a bomb sitting on top of it, but we don't want to be here either. Go through the blue one, then it takes us back out. At the orange one, yay! Now we just need to head back outside to where we were. Now we need to head down to the left here, as I did before, and forgot that I needed to go back and get that treasure chest. You can just like walk back and get it at one point, but it's much easier to use the jugs there, since you pretty much go past where that jug is anyway. So when we are down here, that's a nice thing now that you can do. You can change the direction you're swinging while you're actually swinging. Previously you had to like stop and turn around. But the grappling hook has a number of functions, one of which I will talk about here. If we use it on a bokoblin, you steal a joy pendant from them. You can steal any item that are kind of here that a enemy is holding. But the nice thing about it is it's a... Oh, that was pretty dark. It's like a guaranteed drop, so whereas killing a bokoblin won't always give you a joy pendant, if you grappling hook it before you kill it, you will always get a joy pendant out of it. So whenever you see me fighting a bokoblin, I will honestly... I'll make some chest up here. I will always use the grappling hook on it first, just to kind of build up joy pendants. There are a couple of other enemies who I'll be doing that with as well. There are a couple of other enemies I'll be doing it with that with as well. God, I can't speak today. I keep trying to go too fast and tripping over. But yes, the chest has appeared down there. But how to get down there? Because it's directly underneath us. Well, I'll show you. Way! And way! And when you cut enough of the ropes, eventually, crack! Oh, I still nearly missed there. And we open this up and get another joy pendant. The more the merrier though, you literally need about 40. Now we just head along here. Another enemy you can use the grappling hook on is Kargaroks, as I mentioned, because you can get golden feathers off them, which are very useful. And we don't actually have any yet, because both the Kargaroks we've killed, we've ended up killing over a high drop. What we need to do here now is cut all 3 of these ropes at the same time. And then when we hit them all, well, wait till the thing's underneath us, cut them all. We're only been held up by the lava. well, not lava, just kind of flame geyser. When the flame geyser goes, we drop down with it. And now proceed across these very delicately balanced little things. I didn't start a timer. I have no idea how long this episode has been now. That's problematic. You have to bear with me if this one overruns a bit, but I have a good idea of just what I want to get done this episode, so I'm just going to do that. Right, so the door behind us now, you can see, is locked, but we can... Well, what we can do is there's a grappling point here, so let's grapple onto it. We swing out into nowhere, but also at the same time pull that little switch, which opens the door, which is pretty cool. And now we just need to spin back around, so previously you would have had to like stop in order to do this, but now you don't on the HD remake, which is awesome. And off we go. And continue into the temple. We are very near the end now, because essentially you saw the boss door, that's the room underneath Valoo. We know what's there and what we need to do. All we need now is the boss key, which is just along here. Whee! Oh, that was close. And now just head along here. Blonk. Nope, missed it. There we go. And whee! The grappling hook is so much fun, and there's nothing really like it in any other Zelda game. Well, there's imitations of it, but like when it first came out, it was so unique. Anyway, if we watch this lava to the left, a magtail crawls out of it, which is kind of cool. Anyway, big chest. Hop on the switch. The flames go down. Yay! Let's go and get... Oh, yeah. So, what we have to do is use this little bastard, because if you stab him just as he kind of rears... Ow! I didn't do it there. If you stab him just as he rears up, he kills into a ball. Now, do you remember me saying last episode that when he kills him into a ball, you can pick him up and move him? What you can also do with him is use him as a weight. So he holds down the switch for you, and we quickly run and get the chest before he wakes up again and runs off. So, this is the big key. Use it to gain entrance to the room where the dungeon's boss lurks. Use the map, view the map screen and see for yourself in case you don't believe me. But yeah, so now we just need to get back to the boss's room, and that's a bit of a long walk, so I will meet you... Oh no, I'm not going to quite meet you there yet, because we've got a new enemy quickly. This is a fire keese, which you can kill really easily with a grappling hook. They're the same as a keese, except it'll set you on fire. And when you take a picture of the keese for the kind of figurine gallery, you get fire keese as well along with it. They come kind of bundled together, which is awesome. So now I will see you back at the boss room. So now, with the grappling hook in our hands, we are now capable of crossing this gigantic chasm. And before we just go into the boss room, there's a few goodies we can collect on this side. Avoid that magtail. And there are two little treasure chests here. This one contains... I believe it's a... Oh, it's a yellow rupee. Okay, that's worth 10 rupees. Not too shabby. And then if we go up here... Nope, down here actually, past the magtail. Don't see me. We get something interesting and new. This time we get a knight's crest. Keep it in your spoils bag. All who are skilled in the ways of the sword know the value of a crest such as this. I will talk about those a lot more later when we have more of them and can do something with them. Final thing is if you smash this pot, it has a fairy in it. Use the bottle and you can catch a fairy. You caught a fairy in your bottle and it looks really sad. I feel really bad about trapping fairies in this because they look so humanoid rather than just like kind of the floating balls they are in other games. When your life runs out from exhaustion, this fairy will replenish your strength. So basically, if you're not familiar with them, they just automatically heal you, I'm going to put that in there, automatically heal you when you die and kind of bring you back up to fighting strength, which is really useful. So let's go through the boss door and see what's happening to the Great Valoo's tail. So we've got a really cool looking kind of, what's clearly a boss arena here, let's not lie. And yep, indeed, the Great Valoo's tail dangling down. So without further ado... Introducing Gohma. One thing I love about this game is how pretty much all of the bosses are massive. That's what you really want in a Zelda game. You want huge, kind of larger than life bosses, and this one, for like the first boss of the game, is fantastic. Oh, that's a good enough photograph apparently. So yes, this is Gohma. Gohma is a gigantic shelled insect that inhabits areas of lava and magma. The only way to penetrate its thick hide would be to drop a whole sheet of bedrock on it. So what we can do is grapple onto the Great Valoo's tail, which, yeah, pisses him off. He gets pretty... He does not like that. But, when we're swinging up here, we can just kind of... Oh, what the hell is the camera doing? We swing around on his tail, jump off. And that angers him, he starts whacking the ground, and then BAM! A sheet of bedrock falls. Look at that, cracking Gohma's armour. While Gohma is wearing his or her armour, you cannot do any real damage to it, but yeah, it pretty quickly replaces the bedrock, and then Valoo will poke his tail through it once more, but the moment he does that, we can grapple onto it again. And you can see how this goes. Yeah, oh, there we go. The figurine doesn't at all, like the description doesn't give a gender for Gohma. I always kind of assumed it was female just because Gohma in Ocarina of Time at the base of the Deku Tree was female. Like they were called a Queen Gohma, but this one, I really like the take on this one because it looks the same, like it's clearly the same structure with like the eye and stuff like that, but it's the fact they've turned it into this really awesome, like, I guess it's like a fire centipede or something like that. I can imagine it really creeps some people out as well if you're not a big fan of insects, but they don't fuss me. And for one final time, over we go. Oh, did I? Yes, just landed on the upper surface, doesn't matter, but looks cool. And crack. And now this time, after doing it the magical 3 times, Gohma sheds off his armour and becomes some kind of ugly carrot monster. He is now very much vulnerable to our attacks. He, she, I still haven't decided. So what we can do now is use the grappling hook on its eye to bring it right in, and then here, just go to town on its eye. And that angers the carrots. But then doesn't ever seem to attack you here. You can just do it again. And that is enough! Oh, I think either it or I smashed a pot there. I'm not entirely sure what it was, but I definitely heard the sound. And just like that, there is our first real big boss defeated. And as ever, we get a heart container. We get a heart container for doing so, which is awesome. The lava solidifies. And the Great Valoo is now unmolested in terms of tail, which is definitely good, so. That's a little warp that'll take us back down to the end, but back down to the beginning. But now what we can do is grab the heart container, which gives us, as you can imagine, an extra unit of health. And our life gauge is replenished as well, but we actually took no damage during that fight, so we're okay. Take this thing, and we teleport down to the surface. Surface? Just entrance again. Why do I keep calling it weird things? Yay, everything's back to normal. Valoo also has a really awesome roar. Love that. And we appear nicely right out of the entrance. Doctor! There's Prince Kamali, looking mopey as ever. Well, Prince Kamali, don't you have something you want to say? Love how none of them have any questions about how I just materialised from thin air. They just take that in stride. I heard everything from Medley. Doctor, thank you so much. I'm sorry I mistrusted you. I hope I can be like you someday, Doctor. You will, Kamali. I just know it. Right, Doctor? Doctor doesn't look so sure about that, but... So, Doctor, here. I want you to take this, Doctor. Giving you the thing I value most in the world will give me the courage I need to stand up to bad things. Artistic license, I imagine he would have said the world anyway. You received Din's Pearl. This is the gem that Rito's claim was passed down from the Great Goddess. And Valoo's pitching in his 5 cents as well, or whatever the phrase is. His 2 cents, not 5 cents. Why would it be 5 cents? The Great Valoo is grateful to you, Doctor. And that's how grateful he is! Can't you just tell it? Use the wind god's wind? That's what he said, but I don't understand. I wonder what it means. The wind god's wind. I wonder if it has anything to do with that wind shrine that's through the tunnel. Hinty, hinty, hint, hint. Oh, I almost forgot. The Great Valoo also names you a true hero. I agree with him. As far as we're concerned, you really are a hero. Well, I'm going to go and visit Valoo. I'll come and see you sometime with the best pair of wings ever. Hey, Prince Kamali. Thank you so much, Doctor. See you again someday. So, Kamali's found some courage and he's given us what we wanted, what we came here for, which was Din's Pearl. So that was pretty good. There's a couple more things we can do on the island before we go, and the first one The only one I'm going to have time for this episode was the one that he hinted at there. The Great Valoo was saying, use the wind god's wind. And so, there's this old wind shrine here. The tombstone, well, stone on the right is broken, but if we look at the one on the left, there appear to be markings that indicate specific directions. Now what do those look like? Yep, they're Wind Waker instructions. Left, right. I missed saying up, but what we need to do is just go up, left, right. And we learn our first Wind Waker song. You learn the Wind's Requiem! But wait, there's more. Yep, that's a mighty nice breeze. The name's Zephos, I'm the god of winds. So, you're the new Wind Waker, are you? Great, great. For a beginner, you really got a nice sense about you. I like your kid. That tune you just picked up? Well, it gives you control over the direction the wind blows. Depending on how it's used, wind can be a good thing, or a very bad thing. You want to see an example of it being a bad thing? You should see my brother. It saddened me to say this, but my brother Cyclops is miffed about his monument here being broken, and now he spends his time creating cyclones to torment people with. So if you encounter any cyclones at sea, chastise my brother for me, will you? And that is my request for you! Yeah, that was Zephos, the god of the winds. That is literally the only time we see him in the game. And he just turns up, ooh, tingle bottle. He just turns up like that and then buggers off. Literally, that tingle bottle I was just sent just says, toilet, : smiley face. God, I love the internet sometimes. Everyone is just so witty. But yes, the Wind's Requiem we now learn, which does give us full control over the direction the wind blows, which is really useful. So, on that important note, I'm going to end the episode there, because there's a few more things we can do on Dragon Roost, but I'm going to leave that for next episode, because this episode we successfully worked our way through Dragon Roost Cavern, and defeated our first boss Gohma, and got Din's Pearl, as thanks from Prince Kamali, and partly from Valoo as well. I guess he was kind of also acknowledging us as a hero, which has got to be good. So thank you very much for watching this episode of The Wind Waker, and I hope you'll join I hope you'll join me next episode for some more of The Wind Waker, where we will be doing a few more tasks on Dragon Roost, and then looking to see where the next pearl can be located. Thank you very much, and good day.